Today we're looking at what's actually been winning in Infinite over the past week and what still matters going forward, as well as the performance of our recent Series 5 cards. And today is our last video. We're doing a giveaway for a Dragon Season Pass card. Let's dive right into it. Hey, what's up everybody? Kicker of Elves here. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day today. Welcome back to episode 8 of Marvel Snap Meta Shenanigans, the weekly show where we use untapped premium data to look at how top Infinite players are shaping the metagame so you can know what cards are on the rise, are the recent Series 5 cards worth picking up, and what decks to look out for if you want to climb in the Infinite meta or just hit Infinite. We've got all the information you need right there. Before we dive into that, you might notice we're looking at an OTA patch right here. So as I'm recording this, the OTA has just gone live a few hours ago. So I want to preface this by saying the decks we're about to look at, we're looking at the past 7 days for the most part. We're not going to see the impact of this change. So we're kind of, maybe there's an end in sight here. Not going to go through all the OTA cards, but just want to say this does appear to be a pretty significant nerf to Shou-Lao. 5 pieces of the core Shou-Lao deck and Shou-Lao himself, Maverick, Omniversal Presence, Deafening Chord, and Spider-Ham have been hit. So when we do our next episode next week, it'll be interesting to see how things go. So just want to level set with that. Before we dive into the data, I want to remind everybody we are giving away 3 season passes this week. If you want to enter, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like and comment on this video. If you haven't watched yesterday or Wednesday's video, you can like and leave a comment on each of those. Tomorrow, if you're watching this today, when this releases on Saturday, I will announce 3 winners. I'll be picking 1 winner who commented and is subscribed to the video, subscribed to the channel on this video, yesterday's video, and Wednesday's video from this week. So 3 different chances to enter. Each person can only win 1, but I will be announcing that on Saturday. So without further ado, let's take a peek at some top Infinite data with untapped premium statistics. Okay, here we are. So we are looking at top win rate decks from player collection level 24,000 plus and Infinite only with a win rate of 1,000 plus games. This is our most important data set. We use that 24,000 player collection level because those players are likely going to be competitively complete. And we try to go for 1,000 plus unless we're looking at like a specific short range data sample because it just gives us more confidence in the data. Top deck right now is not a Shou-Lao deck according to the set of data. It's only by 0.1%. It's a 55.6% win rate plus 0.47 average cubes. It's Zombie Galacti. Can't believe this card's at the top right now in terms of this data set. This is a combo list. There's just been a lot more consistency pieces added to it. You've got Majestic Wingbeat. You can do a little tech with Deafening Chord. We're not doing gimmicky Shuri Wong stuff. This is just a full stop, legitimately strong deck. But coming in close behind, this is a variation on a list I've covered this earlier this week, the Spell Slinger Shou-Lao list. Now, this is literally neck and neck with the traditional Shou-Lao list here, which seems to be running Elsa Bloodstone for some reason. But this Spell Slinger variant where it's using Werewolf by Night to bounce stuff around, Joaquin Torres to amplify it, even got the Nick Scratch in there. I do have that Nick Scratch variant, so put some respect on Nick Scratch's name there. Shou-Lao is extremely strong. He's been nerfed now, so it will be curious. Let's take a little mental note of how things look here this week. And then when we do our episode next week, I'm curious to see how far Shou-Lao has fallen, if at all. I'm just thankful, here is the more traditional list here. These two, I'm not a big fan of this kind of like we got like the Athena Angela stuff in here. This looks kind of crummy. I would strongly recommend if you're still trying to do Shou-Lao stuff, this is more of the default. Here's the Shou-Lao list. It's got all the pieces that were nerfed. I'm just happy they left Scarlet Spider alone. Let's speak on that real quick. Shou-Lao is still doing his thing. Play 2 or more cards a turn, and you're buffing the crap out of whatever the last character you play was. If that target is Scarlet Spider or Maverick, as in these 2 lists, you're going to be able to double that buff or maybe even triple that buff if you're doing some kind of energy cheat location shenanigans. But yeah, maybe there's hope. This is the last week we see such pure Shou-Lao dominance. Here are my 2 favorite lists on here. And if you're asking what should I play right now of these lists, I think you need to watch out for Shou-Lao, but these 2 Man Spider lists are just phenomenal. This one in particular, and I still think you probably want to lose Agony for Hulkbuster after playing it out. These Agony lists or these Man Spider lists just trounce Shou-Lao. Shou-Lao's game plan is like they got this unholy triangle where like Shou-Lao, it's rock, paper, scissors. Shou-Lao crushes mid-range decks with tech. Shadow King's not doing anything to this, so Shou-Lao just beats on all of those decks, like the move many or iris list, depending on what you want to call them. Shou-Lao crushes those lists. Man Spider stuff, because the only tech that Shou-Lao really has into them, like deafening chord's not really doing anything. You have to be extremely like well timed with your Cosmo, and often that's your turn 6 play when you want to be playing Shou-Lao. These Man Spider lists just obliterate Shou-Lao lists, but if you, God forbid, you run into a Shadow King or any other kind of interaction outside of what Shou-Lao might be running, you're going to be in trouble. So there's this weird unholy triad of activity right now, and if Shou-Lao gets properly nerfed, then these lists aren't going to be doing so hot, but I'm just in love with this list over here in particular. Smiles used it over at Snap Academy YouTube. Make sure you check them out too to hit rank 4 in the world. Cougar used a variation of this list, if not this exact same list, to hit rank 8. Phenomenal list. These are my favorite ones to play right now. Hopefully, with the nerfs to Shou-Lao and his supporting pieces, decks like the Move Many list can come back into prominence. Maybe with Linley fixed in there, because I love those lists. Let's take a look at some recent Series 5 cards. Last week's Series 5 card, Fang Foom. Again, looking at Infinite only, 24,000 plus collection level. Last 7 days of data, I'm surprised to see a negative win rate. I guess that's just because with a 30% popularity, this card had a lot of hype and is very strong. If 2 people are playing Fang Foom, only one of them's going to win. And maybe people are still trying to play freaking Hella because the cube rate's positive. This card is proven to be very good. Not in Hella list, I would say. That's not the main place you should be trying to play this card. Ramp, it's fine, but the Man Spider pop-off list are where Fang Foom really comes in. Fang Foom can often function as a backup Man Spider in terms of just getting a gigantic character and then getting multiple of them. Love Fang Foom. This is the card of the month. You should pick this card up. Our latest Series 5 card, at the time of recording, this card came out just over 2 days ago. Shang-Chi, Master of the Rings, with an abysmal 46.4% win rate and a negative cube rate. I give this card a 5 out of 10. That's a failing grade. This isn't the worst card in the world, but yeah, do not invest in this. With how fast they buffed Linley, I think maybe they might make a change to Shang-Chi, Master of the Rings, but it seems like based on how much they nuked him from his pre-release data mined version, they're worried about how can we make this card playable without it just being one of the best cards in the game. I would very much not like for Wiccan good stuff decks to be a thing again, and this card is like a card for a Wiccan good stuff deck, so maybe it's for the best this card isn't doing so well. Our season pass card, Shou-Lao the Undying, he just got nerfed, but over the past 7 days, he's still just been dominant. This has been the card of the meta. There is very little to say about him at this point that hasn't already been said. I'm very curious to see what this data set looks like when we do next week's episode, and we'll look at him just post OTA. Is he going to drop from 52% win rate? Is his popularity going to drop? Is he going to have a negative cube rate? Well, the nerf to him alone from to 5.8 to 5.6 isn't that much, so we're going to be relying on the total sum of the nerfs to Spider-Ham, to Merlin, to Maverick to really add up here. And we'll just have to see how impactful that is. If you want to talk about a card that's freaking terrible, Dragon of the Moon. This is just nightmarishly bad stats. Even after the buff, the last 7 days, infinite rank only, a 32% win rate. And you're just losing a cube for having this card in your deck. I feel like even Ronin lists aren't really running this. This is just a total disaster. Because it's a super premium season pass card and they've already buffed it. I'm not sure what they want to do. This is the kind of card that maybe you don't necessarily want to be fantastic, honestly. But yeah, this card is just not it. If you're tempted to buy the super premium season pass card because you're interested in Dragon of the Moon, I would say do not do that. So to close things out, we are going to go to our viewer card of the week. If you'd like your card read out on the show, please leave a comment below. Let me know which card you want me to check out. The comment with the most likes wins. And to be super clear, the comment with the most likes wins is referring to which card gets featured. For the season pass, I'm just going to pick a totally random comment. It would be great if that comment featured a card to recommend. I love doing this segment. But the most liked comment is not going to win the season pass. Most liked comment's going to win being featured in next week's video. For this week, we got a comment from Emily Thompson, and I'm not mispronouncing that. There's no M. Emily Thompson 1643, who said, I would like to see a good Spider-Man Noir. I'd like to see Spider-Man Noir be good too, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So for this, we're looking at 24,000 plus. Again, infinite ranked only. I'm looking at the last 30 days because this isn't a new card, and I just want to get a good sample size here. I'm sorting by game count. Not a lot of people messing around with Noir. But if you do want to mess around with Noir, I'd say this is a pretty good space to be messing around in. Doing the Bast Agent Venom sort of thing is very great. Like every card in here is a good hit for Spider-Man Noir. You're getting a 5/8 Iron Man, getting a Gore with 8 power is pretty freaking nuts. Even just like hitting your hood is insane with Spider-Man Noir. Agent Venom and Bast all want to be doing the same thing, is just buffing up these cheap cards to get them to pretty ridiculous levels. So if you want to do Spider-Man Noir stuff, this is probably the place I'd look, but I question the impact of this. Again, you might see, if you're watching closely on screen, you see like a 56% win rate up here. At only 180 games, it's kind of hard to rely too much on that. There's also, there's our guy Shang-Chi. In KM Best's recent video, he kind of compared Shang-Chi Master of the Rings to like, if when Spider-Man Noir worked, he was good. So it's interesting to see the two of them together here in like a buff Surfer list. I think if you're going to try to do like Surfer is probably like a full-blown combo now at this point, and he's kind of the worst card in his Surfer list. Heart of the Cards has a great Shou-Lao Surfer build. We'll have to see how much that holds up post-nerf here, but yeah, it can be a Surfer card. You hit a Brood or a Sebastian Shaw or a Captain Carter. If you hit a Makari, there's tons of good hits in here, so it makes sense. And yeah, all the other lists here are just kind of variations on that, like Madam Web, Lindley stuff. This is doing very poor. So if you want to do Spider-Man Noir, this is the area I'd probably recommend you go in. So quick recap. Where are we at in the meta? It's been a Zombie Galacti, Shou-Lao, and then you kind of got Man Spider down here. I didn't really talk about Zombie Galacti much because I feel like if I want to do combo stuff, maybe it's a little bit less consistent or a little bit less clear of the pop-off potential, but Man Spider, I love these lists significantly more than Galacti. These are the 6 lists you have to, have been trouncing the meta for the past couple of weeks. Man Spider kind of being a newer addition, and it'll be curious to see how things go with the nerf to Shou-Lao and his supporting cards. Now for the real ones who've made it this far. I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video because I wanted to keep the intro a little bit shorter because I'm already talking about the giveaway going on, but every week in Marvel Snap Meta Shenanigans, we close out with a little bit of Kicker of Elves lore. What we're going to do here is we take a look back here at the Wall of Trinkets, which is a setup I've had for even longer than I've been doing YouTube, and just pull something off there and just talk about why it's important to me, kind of close things out that way. So I've grabbed today this pin of Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which is a little holographic. I got this in a gachapon machine in Japan, in Tokyo. Went there right before the pandemic. I don't know if this is actually a rare one or not, but the Kingdom Hearts game's very important. Anybody around, my age, any 90s babies out there, probably remember a lot of hype and marketing for that. If you liked a lot of, if you liked anime before it was cool or were into that sort of thing, there was tons of hype around this Final Fantasy Disney crossover. I think it's very ironic. I love the Kingdom Hearts games, especially Kingdom Hearts 2. I think the battle system and the story, and there's a lot of good moments in there. I think it's very interesting that what people latched onto wasn't the fact that this is a Disney crossover. Some of that's honestly to the thing's detriment, especially as we look to like Kingdom Hearts 4 whenever that comes out. But it's not I get to see Simba next to it was the original picture that was Final Fantasy meets Disney. And they got away from that so quickly because what people actually cared about was the original characters like Sora, like Riku, like Kairi, that whole dynamic there. So those were very, very formative games for me when I was younger. Typically, if I meet someone who's into Kingdom Hearts, we have at least something to talk about. I don't got like a Sora tattoo or anything like that, but I keep this pin up here. Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely one of my top 5, if not like top 4 games of all time. Combat story mixture like that. And so I was very happy getting this little holographic Sora pin when I went to Japan, brought it back. I didn't catch the pokey part in customs. Who knows how things would go now. glad to have gotten this. Glad to think about and talk about Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, let me know if you guys want, and gals and non-binary pals, whoever's watching this, if you want more awesome Snap content, hit subscribe. Again, please like, comment the video, give it a share. If you want to spread the love even more, comment below. If you want to get entered to win a season pass, we'll be announcing that on Saturday, the winners, here in a community post on YouTube, so make sure you're subscribed to see that. Please leave a comment letting me know which card you want me to feature. I love doing the viewer card segment. Need those comments to fuel it. It could be any card in the game as long as it's not one of the recent Series 5 cards or the current season pass cards. Although next week when we look at this, it'll be the first week of the new season, so it'll be different season pass cards. You could say Shou-Lao if you freaking wanted. I've now just realized that. We might just have to do a quick little memorandum on Shou-Lao just because of how dominant he has had an extra segment. Anyways, I'm rambling a bunch at this point. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out the video popping up on your screen right now if you want another awesome piece of Marvel Snap content. I'm Kicker of Elves. Thank you all so much. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.